Okay, so the goal is like the last two shows I mentioned that my vision for the Southeast is for us to globalize businesses, right? We've done local businesses for far too long, right? And local businesses are almost going extinct, right? From what is happening in Lagos, you can see that it's time for Ndibo to actually begin to globalize. You know, the businesses begin to branch international, right?
Yes.
The funny thing is that I've watched a lot of businesses registered in the Southeast the last 50 years, and you find out that what you would usually find is importer, exporter, international, whatever. That business is at a wait and market, you know. But then the status of the CSE status of that business is such that it's registered to do global business, but they never do global businesses, right? So because of the present day Nigerian economy, it has become pertinent and very important, absolutely very important, that you begin to re-strategize and do business differently. Because there's this saying that he that does the same thing over and over and expects a different result must be crazy, right? So if you've done something after a while and you notice that it's not working, you need to re-strategize and change your ways of doing things. So really, it's time for Igbos to begin to look at international ways of making money, and that's why I want to talk about Amazon FBA. All of you know that I'm an avid preacher of export because of the low cost of investment required in export and the high profitability rate, right? And this is why I'm a preacher of export. I love it. I'm an exporter myself. I've been exporting for close to 20 years, and I know the benefits of export. Now, Amazon FBA is export, but in a different guise. This requires a little bit of tech savviness, right? And so it simply means fulfillment by Amazon. FBA means fulfillment by Amazon. It's a program that lets you outsource order fulfillment to Amazon, right? It's part of a fully automated set of services we call supply chain by Amazon, right? So you sign up for FBA to send products and products to Amazon, global network of fulfillment centers. Now the thing is, Amazon is an American company, but it's one of the biggest companies in the world. It's very wealthy, owned by Jeff Bezos. You all know that a couple of years ago, Jeff Bezos was the richest man in the world, right? And nothing else made him wealthy but his products and services, right? So he has a number of online e-commerce stores that made him a lot of wealth. People shop on Amazon all over the world. So Amazon decided to come up with a number of services that we're going to be talking about in the next couple of editions, right? But today we're starting with FBA. So Amazon FBA, like I said, is fulfillment by Amazon. What this simply means is that anywhere you are in the world, you can choose a particular product that you think the world is looking for, right? You don't have to open a shop. Many of these big companies in Nigeria, or not just in Nigeria, many of these big companies would actually go to different companies and open shop. I really wish I could call a brand. The biggest mall in Enugu right now is not a Nigerian brand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that brand came from South Africa and opened in Nigeria, right? There are a whole lot of other ones like that would traverse borders, carry their money to different international locations, set up a shop, rent the shop. If they don't want to rent, they'll build the shop, and then, set up the shop, put in a lot of equipment, employ staff and all of that. It's capital intensive to do business that way, right? But Amazon decided to do it differently. So what Amazon is doing now is that Amazon has set up a very powerful e-commerce platform where every country in the world shops on Amazon on a daily basis. So your duty as a businessman is to find a product that is a good fit for Amazon. It could be a product that you're already selling. It could be a set of products that you already have with you and you've been selling them and they work. Now, there are other ways of finding this product. There are softwares that you can actually use to determine, if a product is a good fit for Amazon or it's a good fit for international delivery, right? But Google is another way, right? One of those days I'm going to teach you how to use Google to determine if a good product is an Amazon fit. Because if you go to Google and you search a particular product, say shea butter for example, if you have your phone and you can simulate this quickly, you go to Google, but before you do this, it works better on a computer, but if you want to use your phone, you have to set your browser to desktop. So you set your browser to desktop and you search for, say, shea butter, for example. When it gives you the search result, at the taskbar where you typed the shea butter, at the left-hand side of that taskbar, beneath that taskbar, you'll find the number of hits that product has generated the last few seconds, right? A product like shea butter, anytime you search it, it will give you not less than 50 million hits the last 0.46 seconds. That's less than a second, right? So that tells you that is a global product that people are looking for all over the world. A product like that, then that lets you know that the product like that will do very well on Amazon. So what you simply need to do is source that commodity and ship it to an address, that Amazon has provided on the website. But before you do all of that, you have to sign up for FBA. You go to the Amazon website, sign up, create an account for FBA, do all the preliminary necessities. After you've done that, then you can ship your commodities to Amazon from anywhere in the world. That means that Nigerian businesses can do this, and actually my Nigerian businesses are already doing this. Some individuals are already doing this in Nigeria, right? They don't own shops, they don't even have registered businesses. They just know how to take commodities from Nigeria and ship it to Amazon. Then Amazon begins to sell these products for them. What Amazon simply does is receives these goods. It could be 1 container, 2 containers, 10 containers, it doesn't matter, right? You're sure the product is going to sell. And so Amazon will receive it in their warehouse, list it on their website, and begin to sell it. Now, everything they sell every month, they remit money to you wherever you live in the world in dollars, right? So that means you don't need to spend money to rent a shop in America. You don't need to spend money to employ staff. You don't need to spend money to build shelves and all of that. Amazon is doing that for you. That's why it's called Fulfillment by Amazon. Amazon sells the product, delivers this globally all around the world to the hundreds of millions of people that shop with their platform, and you can make money through that means, right? Now, the interesting thing again is that there are a number of diverse products that can actually sell on Amazon, right? It's not just edible products, it's fashion, it's gadgets, it's electronics. And again, you don't have to own those products. You don't have to be the manufacturer of those products. Do you know that something as crazy as pencils or sharpeners or even maps? I know a guy that designed a scratchable map, right? What he is a map that for people who love to travel, vacationers, right? It's a map you put in your house on the wall, and so it's usually it's the old scratch cards. When we had scratch cards, you scratch it.
Yes,
so this map has that scratchable thing on it, but the map is still designed on that scratchable part. But underneath it, the full map is there. So if you visit Portugal, you go to the map and scratch out Portugal, right? And so on the map, it will declare that I visited Portugal. So next year, you go to Tanzania, you go and scratch it out. So this map went viral on Amazon and made this guy millions of dollars, But do you know that this guy did not manufacture? What he simply did was go to China and he didn't even go to China. He went through Alibaba and found a manufacturer, dealt with this manufacturer, gave them his design. They designed it, and he paid them. And the manufacturer, shipped it straight from Amazon in this guy's company's name. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you can go to China or India and manufacture goods, give the manufacturer the address of Amazon where you want them to ship the goods, pay them for the goods, and they'll ship it to Amazon. Amazon will receive it, list it on their website, and begin to sell it for you. Now, imagine Amazon selling a product for you, and that product is a very successful product. You can be receiving as much as $100,000 monthly from Amazon just for a particular commodity. And then there are people who have, tens of commodities listed on Amazon, right? So this is a great way to do e-commerce. Now, this is particularly important for Nigerians. Why I say it's particularly important for Nigerians, I've explained here times without number that the Nigerian economy is dying and the Nigerian worker is not earning enough money. And because of that, the Nigerian families are losing their spending power. And because the Nigerian families are losing their spending power, Nigeria isn't a great place for investments anymore. And so the shops that are already set up are shutting down. Companies that are already set up in Nigeria are dying. They're shutting down and moving their business to somewhere else, to Ghana or other African countries, simply because the Nigerian families are not purchasing anymore. So it's not a great idea for you to start looking to set up a business here when you can actually simply take advantage of Amazon FBA and sell your products globally and have somebody else, handle the deliveries for you. So Amazon FBA is a great way to earn hard currencies in the today Nigeria. I mean, you must have to take advantage of this.
Okay, so when it comes to businesses, are there exceptions to the kind of businesses that could jump on Amazon FBA?
Yes, I mean, if you're selling building materials, if you're selling roads, of course you can sell on Amazon, right? It has to be a shippable commodity.
Okay, shippable commodity.
Yeah, shippable commodity that can be boxed and shipped, right? If you're selling raw Gary, of course, you can't. But if it's packaged Gary, yes, you can sell. To surprise you, Tet Muscle is selling on Amazon. Okay. It's a Nigerian brand. It's a Nigerian soap. But Americans are buying it a lot because they found that it kills rashes, right? And so Amazon is selling it for Nigerians. The other one, the local soap, Dudu Osun. That one is a bestseller on Amazon. Any form of black soap is a bestseller on Amazon. Go to Amazon right now, type black soap. You see different brands of black soap, right? You can sell any packaged food, any packaged item. Nigerian, how do you call it, chips?
The potato chips.
Yeah, different like cassava chips and all of that. Different snacks are selling on Amazon that are from Nigeria. Different spices are on Amazon from Nigeria. So anything that is shippable and packaged can sell on Amazon. But not every product is a good fit. Okay. You have to determine if that product is a bestseller. Because if you spend all that money and ship it to Amazon and they list it and nobody buys it, then it's a loss for you.
Okay, so how do you find out first if your goods
I said that earlier.
Quality?
Yeah, I said that earlier, but I'll say it again. Some use some business softwares, right? That once you go into that software, you type the product, it simulates, it gives you a business analysis of how good that product is and how in demand the product is. That's the best and the fastest way to do it. That's the best way. You can never go wrong if you use the software. Any product suggested by that software is a bestseller and a good fit for Amazon, right? But like this thing I talked about, Google is another way, right? If you go to that Google search bar and you type a product, right? You look at the number of hits the last few seconds. If it runs in the millions, that tells you that it's a product that people are searching for, per second basis, and it would be a good fit.
Okay,
for Amazon.
So the only job you have to do now is just to get
your
your
pre-research.
Product,
That's
pre-research,
right. Yes.
then your products listed.
That's right.
You don't have any business with scouting for customers
at all.
Okay.
That's why it's great. Trust me, this is great business.
And then
people are cashing out.
When people are paying, depending on where they are, their location.
You pay to Amazon.
You pay to Amazon.
Yes.
Then Amazon now pays you.
That's right.
Okay.
What happens is that Amazon is listing every product they receive on their website. Okay. And Amazon website is a bestseller. Okay. Millions, hundreds of millions of customers visit Amazon every second. So Amazon is a success, right? So anything they list there is going to be a success. So what happens is that you go to Amazon from China. Chinese are buying from Amazon. Germans, Japanese, Tanzanians, Africans are buying from Amazon. So you go there, you choose your product, take it and put it on the shopping cart, swipe your card and pay for the product. Amazon receives the money, takes their own commission and remits the rest of the money to you. It's a simple process and people are making millions, right? Remember when I talked about some Nigerians that are making from some $10,000 a month.
Yes.
Some of them are doing Amazon FBA. The next show we're going to talk about Amazon KDP.
Oh,
that's another one.
That too, Amazon KDP.
That one is for writers.
Okay.
Those who write books, those who write books, comics, and all of that, right? And so before, some couple of years ago, the conventional way is that you find a publisher, and publishers can be very inyangayish. They can be very bluffish, right? And so before you can find a publisher that will accept to publish your books, it's a big problem. Then you go through the process of getting the ISDN number and a whole lot of stress. But today is not like that anymore. You can sit down, write a book or write a story or design a comic book, right? And just launch it on Amazon KDP. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to tell you it's good or it's not bad. Amazon will list it and put it on for sale. People buy it, you get paid. So Amazon is making international business, global business, very simple. The key here is that for Igbos and for Nigerians, global businesses are open to you with the advent of technology, right? You must take advantage of that. Don't sit down at the wait. I'm talking to you people again. Don't sit
I don't know what's it with some waiting people.
Don't sit down at the wait market and keep waiting for customer. Customer, that's why after you go home sad. Don't sit down and wait for the customer. Get up. Get a little bit of skill, right? And sell that product that you have
If
globally.
you can't do it, you can hire someone to do that job for you.
Oh, just call us. You know,
Yes,
call that number and
call us,
we'll hook you up. Now, you can imagine those people at the wait selling lace, selling abada, selling batik.
The African prints.
Those are exportables. And if you go to their line, there are not less than 20 shops selling those.
Yes.
They can come together, form a cooperative. Look, I don't know why people don't listen. They can come together, all those shops that sell abada there. This is an example. There are many other lines that can do the same thing. Come together, put your resources together, take all those abada and ship them overseas.
Yes.
And then you start
And
crying
they
for
will
customers.
get better value for
Trust
those
me.
materials. Yes.
Trust me, I've received foreigners in Nigeria that I took to Ogbete, and they came to that particular cloth line, and they're amazed. I took some Kenyans there. They were amazed at what they were seeing. Oh my God, they wanted to buy everything. They were just buying. They just had to stop because they knew they had limited kgs to take to the plane. But they wanted to buy everything, right? It's the same thing. South Africans love our goods. They love our fashion. They love a lot of things that we have. So why don't you take advantage? Take advantage of Amazon FBA. Take advantage of WooCommerce. WooCommerce is another e-commerce. And then take advantage of Shopify. The only problem is that for Nigerians, Shopify is expensive. So a small business person who is just struggling to make profit I may not advise that you start with Shopify. But if you can afford to pay the Shopify charges, set up a Shopify, website and begin to sell. It's the same thing. Shopify will promote your website, your goods will sell. Shopify will receive the money, take their commission, and remit the rest for you. So online and e-commerce business models are working. And for you who's in Nigeria struggling to sell your commodities, I advise you, take advantage of these opportunities.
There's one goal that Mr. Tony has for 2024, and that goal is that you must succeed in whatever it is you are doing.
Right.
So he's coming with different approaches, different ideas on how to do things. My only advice is that you jump on this, because
on it, yes.
we're giving you these ideas for free. Out there, people pay heavy to get these ideas.
I am paid heavy. I am paid heavily to offer the services, but I'm just giving it to you
Urban
free.
loves you so much, so we're giving it to you for free.
That's right.
All right, it was an awesome one. I really enjoyed that discussion session. We talked about Amazon FBA this year. We are going harder with our businesses and our skills. It's still Urban Marketplace right here on Urban Radio 94.5 FM with Chiamaka and Mr. Tony